Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on August 12th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers of the Powerball lottery. Okay, I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the power play option. Okay, so basically how things work is when the Powerball drawing goes off, I put the results over here to the right. Okay, so the last drawing, the numbers are 12, 30, 36, 47, and 62. Okay, so that was 3 colors. So basically what I do is I take these last 3 drawings and I transfer the numbers over to the game card as red numbers, okay? And then once I put the red numbers there, I transfer over these numbers as orange, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so I have 5 colors, 1 color for each of the 5 winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so far, there's been 153 color code drawings, and out of those 153, 84 has been a combination of 3 colors. 58 have been a combination of 4 colors. 10 have been a combination of 2 colors, and only 1 time have all 5 colors come up. Okay, and never have just 1 color come up. So since 5 colors hardly ever come up, the strategy is right now is try to guess what color is not going to come up and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to guess that no purple numbers will come up. And the reason why is because a couple drawings ago, purple had a really long run. Okay, it had 8 numbers in a row, or 8 drawings in a row. Okay, and that's pretty unusual for the purple numbers for some reason. Okay, so 2 purple numbers just came up on this last drawing, and I just don't think that any purple numbers will come up on this next drawing. So I'm going to eliminate the purple numbers off of the game card. Okay, so when I block out a number like this means that I'm not even going to consider picking this number for my numbers for the Powerball lottery. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so here in the individual numbers, basically how things work is up at the very top is the master for all the numbers. Okay, over to the far right is the numbers that just barely came up in the lottery. Okay, again, it was 12, 30, 36, 47, and 62. Okay, and right here, this 4 means that they hit 4 groups. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this card down so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so there's actually 7 groups to this. Okay, so point those out here. Alright, so you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 groups. And again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. So the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it off of the game card. Okay, so my guess for this drawing is that no 40 numbers will come up. Okay, and the reason why is because as you look at this square as a whole, basically what it represents is 5 drawings in a row. So I like to see what's going on every 5 drawings. Okay, so I'm at this 4th line right now. Okay, the 4th drawing out of 5. So as I go back through history, I see that the 40s hit the 4th line once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times in a row here. So I just don't think it's going to go 7. So I'm going to eliminate the 40 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I'm at the game card, and again, I'm going to eliminate the 40 numbers. Alright, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Alright, so I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so basically how things work here in the 50-50 picks. Again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, so I keep track of that stuff. Alright, so out of 193 total drawings since October 7th, 2015, that's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, there's been 95 the majority of odd numbers. Okay, 98 have been the majority even numbers. Okay, so basically what I try to do is try to guess what the majority will be. Okay, so I keep track of every 5 drawings because I want to see what the majority is out of these 5 drawings. Okay, so for this 5 drawings right here, the majority was evens 3-2. Okay, odds 3-2, evens 4-1. Okay, so as I go back through history, this helps me guess what the next 5 will be. Okay, so for this next drawing, I'm going to predict that there's going to be more even numbers than odd numbers. Okay, and the reason why is because I got 4 single blue digits here. Okay, and as I go through back through history, that has never happened before. Okay, so I'm going to predict that this 4 will double up with another blue number here for a majority. So I'm not sure what it's going to be, either 3 or 4 or whatever. So I'm going to predict that there's going to be more even numbers than odd numbers. Okay, so I also keep track of the majority for high numbers and low numbers. Okay, highs in red, lows in blue. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to predict that there's going to be more high numbers than low numbers. Okay, and I also have the majority for the left side or the right side. Okay, so for the majority of the left and right, I'm going to predict that there's going to be more to the left side than the right side. Okay, and I also have this red and blue area, and I'm going to predict that there's going to be more to the blue area than the red area. Okay, and this is the only thing that I have for the Powerball itself. Okay, so in this left column, the blue numbers mean that it's low, 1-13. Red is high, 14-26. Okay, in the right row means that red means odds and blue means evens. Okay, so I'll just leave this up for a second and you can try to predict what's it going to be. Okay, is this going to be red? Well, I think it's going to be red. Okay, and I think it's going to be red over here. Okay, so I think it's going to be a high odd number. Okay, so I'm at the game card again. So I wrote down my guesses. Okay, so again, I'm guessing that there's going to be more even numbers than odd numbers. I think they're going to be more to the high side than the low side. I think they're going to be more to the left side than the right side. And I think they're going to be more to the blue area than the red area. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically I divided the game card into 4 sections and I added color to different sections. Okay, so I keep a track record of these different sections. Okay, so down here you can see the red mark. Okay, that's for these red numbers. Okay, so the last drawing, it had 1 winning Powerball number in here. Okay, the blue had 1 winning, the orange had 1 winning number, and the green had 2 winning numbers. Okay, so when that happens, when it hits all 4 colors like this, I call this a row. Okay, so this helps me predict what's going to be a miss. Okay, so when there's a couple of rows in a row, then usually there's a miss at some point. Okay, sometimes it goes 3, sometimes even 4, but it's very, very rare. Okay, so for this drawing right here, I'm going to predict that there's no green numbers going to come up in this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to go to the game card and I'm going to eliminate all these green numbers here. Okay, so all I'm doing is keeping track of groups of numbers, and I'm just trying to guess whether they're going to come up or not. Okay, so you can see the 69 right here. This shares the square with the 53. Okay, so it's all lumped into one group. So I'm going to eliminate the 53 as well. Okay, so I hope you're not overwhelmed with that. Again, I'm only keeping track of groups of numbers, and trying to guess whether they're going to come up or not come up. Okay, so as I go back to group 1. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go with in group 1 is this blue area. Mainly because it has 19 hits in a row, 19 drawings in a row. There's been one of these blue numbers that have come up. So I just think that it's going to miss. Okay, so I know that all these blue numbers are gone, but these blue numbers I'm going to eliminate. Okay, so the 16 to the 31. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 16 and the 32. Okay, and as I go back to group 1 here, I'm going to point out this this option card number 10. The blue area has come up 27 times in a row. Okay, and that's a new record for all 15 of these option cards. But I tried to eliminate it the last time, and the 36 came up. Okay, so I'm thinking about doing it again, but the reason why I'm not going to do it for this drawing is because it just came up with a row. Okay, and usually after about 10 of these rows, if they're all single, sometimes they double up like over here. Okay, so there's been 24 single rows here. Okay, so I just think that it's due to double up. Okay, so I'm not going to eliminate these blue numbers for this drawing right here, because I think that there's going to be a winning Powerball number for the red, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so when I pick my numbers for this drawing, I'm going to make sure that they all line up here in this option card number 10, that each color has a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 5, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so I'm going to go to the group 2 here. And again, if you've never seen this videos before, basically it's kind of the same as group 1, except I divided the numbers into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it off of the game card. Okay, so basically how things work with the group 2 numbers here is that you can see this red mark. Okay, this represents the stats for this red area group of numbers here. Okay, so you can see this 0. This means that none of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in this red area. And of course, this 2 means that 2 of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in this red area. Okay, so I keep track of every 5 drawings because I want to see what the majority is. Okay, so if there's 3 or more misses or zeros, then I color this blue for cold. If there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. Okay, so eventually if I see a lot of red, then eventually it's going to turn blue. Okay, and I'm going to start eliminating those numbers. So again, in my group 2, I made 4 guesses, and I'll go over those guesses right here. Okay, so I have 15 option cards. So my first option card, I'm going to guess that no gray numbers will hit. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these gray numbers off of the game card, or what's left of them. It's the 7 and the 23. So I'll take those off. And again, I made 4 guesses here. So my second guess is option card number 3, the red area. Okay, so there's nothing here, so it's just a 4 to the 28. So I'll eliminate those. Again, I'll go back. And my third guess is option card number 8, the red area. Okay, it's the 5, 16, 21, 31. And what's left is the 5 and the 21, so I'll get rid of those. Okay, and I got one last one. And that's option card 11, the brown area. And that is 210 and 5260. Those are the only ones left. So I'll eliminate those numbers. Okay, so that's all the numbers I'm going to eliminate. So now it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm in group 2. I already checked out group 1 and there was really no help for me for this drawing. So I'm here in group 2 and I made a bunch of picks that I think are going to come up. And the first one is option card number 1, the brown area. Okay, so it's the 6, 14, 22, 30. And what's left is the 14, 22, 30. So I'm just going to write those down. And now I'm going back to group 2. And the next one that I think is going to hit is actually 2 of them. I think the purple and the gray is going to hit. So purple and gray is the 33 and the 41. I mean the 33 and the 49 all the way across. So it's the 33, 36 in the purple, and in the gray it's 50, 51. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. And as I work my way down, option card number 4, I think it's going to be the red and gray. So it's the 5 to the 66 and the 33 to the 36. So I got the 8. Again, the 33, the 36, and the 66. And also, I thought the gray was going to hit. So that's the 17 across, because there's nothing over here. So that's the 18, 19, and 67. Okay, so I'm going to go back and see what else I have. Okay, option card 5, the brown area. You can see what those brown numbers look like. Okay, so it's the 14, 22, 29. Okay, so, I'm looking at some kind of pattern here. I see the 14 to 22 has already come up. All right, so that's what I'm looking for is consistent numbers that keep on coming up. Okay, so my next one is option card number 8, the yellow area. 4, 19, 20, 65 all the way down. So I got the 9, the 65, the 36, and the 57. So again, that 36 has come up. Okay, so back to group 2 here. And the next one is option card 11, the red and green areas. So the red is that 14. Okay, over here I see the 17 and 65 again. Okay. And then the next one is option card 13, the purple area. Okay, so there's nothing over here, so it's a 17 to the 20. And the only one that's left is the 26. Okay, I think there's only 2 left, so option card 14, the yellow area. Okay, I see that 36 again. It's actually the 13 and the 36. But I'm just looking at the 36, really. Okay, and the last one, option card 15, is the gray area. And it's the 66 right down to the 57. And what's in here? The 22 and the 36 and the 50. Okay, so I'm going to put the 8, the 22, the 29, the 36, the 50, the 57, and the 66. Okay, so there's a lot of them there, but the ones that stand out to me is the 36 and the 50 here, and the 22. Okay, so it's now time for my next strategy. Okay, strategy number 7, picking my numbers. Okay, so I'm here at the game card again. All right, so the thing that I notice here about the color code is that 4 colors haven't come up in a while. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawings. Okay, so I think that a 4 color combination is due to come up. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for that, and I'm also going to be looking for more evens than odd, more high than low, more to the left than right, and more blue than red. Okay, and another thing, and in group 1, I wanted all 4 of these colors on option card number 10 to hit. Okay, so as I look through these numbers over here, okay, I'm going to go to this group 1 again and see what kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so again, I wanted all 4 colors to be represented here in this group number 1, option card number 10. Okay, so I'm going to go with 9 green, 30 red, 36 blue, 50 blue, and 57 orange. Okay, so as I come to the game card, I wanted 4 colors here on the game card. So 9 is green, 30 is red, 36 is red, 50 is orange, and 57 is blue. So that gives me the 4 colors that I'm looking for. Okay, and again, they're more even than odd. Okay, more to the high side than the low side, more to the left side than the right side, and more to the blue area than the red area. So again, the numbers I'm going with this drawing is 9, 30, 36, 50, and 57. Okay, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. Instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system, 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.